Hi, my name is Cheryl Rogers. Currently, I am a student at Texas A&M University at Commerce, completing my Bachelor's of Applied Arts and Science degree. My major is in Organizational Leadership, an online degree program. This program was a benefit for me since I worked a full-time job and had other obligations. The this fast paced program is challenging and you need to be able to be committed. The program has developed and demanded the best of my time management skills. Taking this online program of study is part of my leadership journey. In this Capstone 2 video presentation, I will be talking about my progress throughout this section of my journey. I will begin with where I was as a leader before I started, and I will then talk about the new knowledges and insights I gained as I progressed through each of the key areas of learning encountered in the program. I will look again at myself as a leader, changed by this experience. Finally, I will look at what I need to do to continue this journey I have begun. Before I started this program, I never thought of myself as a leader. I had always been a follower, one that will be given a task and have to follow through with it. Recently, it has occurred to me that as a mother, I was a leader as well. Through modeling and teaching, I showed my daughter how important it was to have empathy, integrity, and honesty, not only for herself but others as well. She has mentioned on occasions how I have been a good role model for her. As she grows and now in college, these qualities have helped her with relationships and being a good citizen of the community. My leadership changed her life and affected her life. Today, as an instructional assistant, I have a leadership role in the classroom. Working along with the classroom teacher, we both lead students at different levels and times. To have a successful learning environment, teachers must be competent leaders. I believed at the time that some of the qualities that made an effective leader were having integrity, honesty, being trustworthy, being respectful of the students, and being genuinely interested in the welfare and progress of the students. There were the qualities I did my best to practice as a mother and as an instructional assistant, and they exemplify how I viewed leadership at the beginning of my leadership journey. The first critical area of learning was called Issues in Organizational Leadership. In this course, I learned how a leader could develop theirself and develop strategies to become a more effective leader. A class project called the Personal Leadership Plan helped me to see how I could develop myself as a leader and how to recognize the leadership traits I possessed. Additionally, it was useful in identifying my areas of leadership strengths and those areas needing improvement. The culminating project helped in the development of a short and long term plan of action to improve my leadership skills and to periodically review and document my leadership growth. The next stop along the way was a course called Data Driven Decision Making 1 and 2. It was here that I learned how to use data to help organizations make decisions. The course dealt with topics of data gathering, data analysis, making data accessible, and data storage. I learned about key performance indicators and how to visualize data with charts and graphs. The culminating project of the course introduced me to Excel workbook tools. I found its data graphing capabilities and pivot tables particularly useful. The object of the culminating project was a food distribution business. This task was to provide management information needed to guide decision making about business performance improvements. The project illustrated the critical role data played in managerial decision making. Drawing upon Excel workbook tools and using sorted and filtered business operations data, business insights were gained relevant to classes of customers, geographic regions, and products. There, these were used for management's strategy formulation. The next course was Behavior, Ethics, and Leadership 1 and 2. Here, the importance of people in an organization working together on critical issues was stressed. The behavior of successful leaders and the difficulties of struggling leaders were studied. Ethics was the focus of a case study concerning the 1971 Ford Pinto was read and analyzed. This case involved a management decision regarding the placement of the gas tank in this car, a decision that resulted in the loss of many lives. The case highlighted the ethical significance of the decision-making process and the sometimes heavy burden of responsibility on those involved in it. I learned that the decisions an organization makes are often affected by many factors like profit, stockholder value, time to market, and safety. Favoring one factor over others usually requires some compromise of at least one of the other factors. In Ford's case, it was safety. The course covered numerous topics about being a leader. Some of these were leadership style, how leaders motivate, leadership theories, the traits of leaders, and what makes an effective leader. Another area covered was leadership challenges. There is the challenges of inspiring the organization and changing its behavior to realize goals. This challenge is complicated by normal human conflict and in a global context, the unique challenges of communications and cultural differences. The case study of Nissan Renault was studied and served to illustrate the effective leadership of CEO Carlos Ghosn. I was most impressed on how Ghosn, the cross-functional teams, and all others helped establish the vision of turning around Nissan. In conclusion with this course, a responsible leader is vital to making the right decisions, and having a motivated team is crucial to making the leader's goals a reality. In leadership theory, this two-part course, the focus on leadership continues. This course gave me valuable information about global leadership using concept approaches. Another important point learned was that various theories of leadership define the effectiveness of leaders. I also learned that the SWOT analysis could help you determine internal and external strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats related to a particular organization. The SWOT analysis can help leaders to plan, organize, and control activities. Information derived from the analysis is used to create a process improvement plan. In part 2 of this course, I had the opportunity to create a process improvement plan for an organization. I implemented a plan targeting a particular improvement area to be focused upon by an organization aimed at bringing about a definite change. I learned how important the process improvement plan was to guide the organization of input, actions, output, and deliverables. It also conducted the evaluation of the metrics. In leading change, this course offered me the opportunity to create a change management plan in which I outlined a particular strategy change for an individual organization. I listed out the steps necessary to accomplish the change strategy. I could see this leading change class can help me in the future with implementing a change by giving me and presenting a format in which I will be able to list specific steps on what I need to change, specifically, and use certain areas to measure that change. This class gave me a plan for implementation of change. It gave me a strategy and allowed me to see certain processes through various kinds of filters. And finally, it allowed me to present that plan through a well thought out manner. In Capstone 1 and 2, this course enabled me to reflect on my time of learning all I could through the time here from TAMUC. In the Capstone 1 course, I interviewed 2 different upper level leaders from various organizations. From these interviews, I created a strategic case analysis of leadership issues and problems about the management of the city. I got a clear overview of the organizational structure, a SWOT analysis of the City of Mesquite management organization, a recommendation for future actions, and an implementation plan. In the last course of Capstone 2, I created an e-portfolio for the class project. The e-portfolio contains all of the core curriculum, a summary of what I have learned in the organizational leadership courses, and this video presentation. This presentation emphasizes my journey as a leader from the beginning through this applied coursework and ends with where I need to go in the future. Who I am as a leader today. I would say my leadership style would be a servant leader. As a servant leader, I like to lead with others in mind. I like to be able to communicate, connect, and value the opinions of others while building a culture of trust. I believe it is important to teach others to lead by giving them opportunities to grow and by being a good example. I have to adapt to change and help motivate others to see the vision of the organization for me to be a successful leader. My team or my organization can be successful if the culture is in place. My goal of leadership is to inspire high performance in others. Finally, where will I go from here with my pathway journey to leadership? My next journey to leadership will be applying to the Texas Teachers Program. This program is designed to prepare me to get an alternative certificate to be a certified teacher. Once I become a certified teacher and have my classroom, my journey will continue as I lead and inspire young people to fulfill their goal in life. After going through this organizational leadership program, I do believe I have what it takes to be an effective leader. I want to offer my gratitude to Texas A&M University Commerce and everyone responsible for providing this online learning experience, making an impossible dream possible for me. Thank you.